Hi everyone, how was your autumn vacation? Hope all the students enjoyed well. Coming to our portion, we reached the third chapter, Simple Nutrients into Cells. In the last class we discussed about the structure of the heart. Let's recall the structure of the heart once again. The heart is situated slightly tilted towards the left in between the two lungs behind the sternum in the thoracic cavity. Pericardial membrane is a double-layered membrane which covers the heart. In between the pericardial membrane, there is a fluid called pericardial fluid. This fluid helps to reduce friction between the membranes when the heart beats. Before moving to our topic, let's have a look at the diagram of the heart. The left side consists of aorta, left pulmonary artery, left pulmonary vein, left atrium, bicuspid valve, left ventricle, aortic valve. In the right side we can see superior vena cava, right pulmonary artery, right pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, right atrium, tricuspid valve, right ventricle, inferior vena cava and pulmonary valve. Let's start our topic with the structure and the working principle of the heart, and this I will show you with my body parts. Watch the video and learn the topic very well because it's very important. The heart consists of 4 chambers: upper 2 atrium and lower 2 ventricles. This is the left side and this is the right side. We can start our topic with the left side. Left side consists of left atrium and left ventricle. In between the left atrium and left ventricle, there is an opening called bicuspid valve. In the left side, oxygenated blood from the lungs through the pulmonary vein, it reaches the left side. Moving to the next side, right atrium and right ventricle. In between the right atrium and right ventricle, there is a tricuspid valve. In the right side, deoxygenated blood from the inferior and superior vena cava from various parts of the body reaches the right side. Working principles of the heart. The oxygenated blood from the lungs through the pulmonary vein, it reaches the left atrium. The atrium dilates, then it contracts. As a result, the bicuspid valve opens. The remaining blood in the atria pumps completely to the ventricle. The bicuspid valve will close. This is to prevent the backward flow of blood from the left ventricle to the left atrium. When the ventricles dilate fully, the ventricles contract, and at the time the aortic valve will open and the oxygenated blood moves towards the aorta. The aortic valve closes. This is done to prevent the backward flow of blood from the pulmonary vein to the left ventricle. Moving to the right side, the deoxygenated blood from the superior and inferior vena cava reaches the right atrium. It dilates. When the right atrium contracts, the tricuspid valve opens and the deoxygenated blood moves towards the right ventricle. The tricuspid valve will close to prevent the backward flow of blood from the right ventricle to the right atrium. When the ventricle contracts, the pulmonary valve opens and the deoxygenated blood through the pulmonary artery, it reaches the lungs for purification. The valve will close. Here, the pulmonary valve prevents the backward flow of blood from the pulmonary artery to the right ventricle. Look at the diagram and listen to the process carefully. The oxygenated blood from the lungs through the pulmonary vein, it reaches the left atrium. When the left atrium contracts, the bicuspid valve will open and the blood from the left atrium moves towards the left ventricle. When the left ventricle contracts, the aortic valve will open and through the aorta it reaches the body tissues. The deoxygenated blood through the vena cava, it reaches the right atrium. When the right atrium contracts, the tricuspid valve will open and the blood reaches the right ventricle. And when the right ventricle contracts, the pulmonary valve will open and the deoxygenated blood through the pulmonary artery, it reaches the lungs. And this process continues twice, and that is called the double circulation. The blood circulation through the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and aorta together constitute the double circulation. Double circulations are classified into two: systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. Systemic circulation, the circulation that starts from the left ventricle and ends in the right atrium after circulating throughout the whole body. Pulmonary circulation, the blood circulation that starts from the right ventricle to the lungs and from there to left atrium.